Okay, I'm recording this raw video because I just got access to GPT-5. Let's look at that together, okay? I'm also gonna show you the bugs I'm finding. So if we click on the plus sign, we can see that we have a couple of different modes. We have agent mode. Again, we also have it in GPT-4. I have 40 usages. We have deep research. We have the chance to create images. We have the chance to ask the model to think longer for better responses. Then we have a new mode named study and learn, the typical web search, and the canvas, okay? So with agent mode, if say like order me a terrarium, and we can see that we have a couple of suggestions. We can also create spreadsheets and presentations and have the agents execute certain actions, okay? But if I try to say, order me a terrarium for my office in Lisbon, something like that, I get a model not found ever, okay? So tell me if you're getting that error as well. So we can give it another shot. I do agent mode, and this time I'm gonna pick one of the suggestions. Something by a machine. You see, find durable machine washable backpack. It doesn't work for me, okay? So this is the first thing I noticed. Then, really cool. We can do something similar to our new vibe coding platforms. So you can say create a 2D video game with a cat as protagonist. Okay, the cat has to dodge other gangster cats in the city of New York, something like that. Okay. And while this runs, I'm gonna open another screen, and then we'll get back to it. And we're gonna try to create an image, okay? Create an image of a cat walking in the streets of New York and being attacked by gangster kittens. I don't know why I came up with this idea, but for the sake of the example, it makes sense, yeah? So while this runs, let's go back here. So as you can see, we have our friend here, ChatGPT-5, is working in the background to create the code needed for our video game, okay? And we have a similar view to what we would have in Lovable, because in Lovable, maybe later, oh, I can try ChatGPT-5 works in Lovable, but this is not the scope of this video. But like when we maybe we get a community project. I'm not gonna cut this. I made a mistake, so you're gonna get it raw, okay? So if I start a new project, let me grab one from the community, like this one, okay? And do remix. What happens is that I'm gonna add the preview on the right side and the prompt on the left side, pretty much as what we see here, okay? In the meantime, we are getting the image generated, we are getting the video game generated, and then I'm gonna open another window, and I'm gonna use the think mode, and I'm gonna say, tell me how to monetize or my expertise based on what you know about me. And if you don't know, but I think you do, GPT has memory, so you can access the memory from all of my conversations. So it will just try to tell me something based on that. So let's let this prompt run as well, and open another window, and say that I want to study and learn. Okay, and say explain to me how to create a budget for a small business. Select this one. Okay. So we're starting 4 different things. Here we have our image created, okay, with a kitty getting attacked by gangster kittens. And one thing I noticed is that if I click on that, you see that I can change the styles. So I can pretty much take this image and turn it into a, say, a retro cartoon or synthwave. You click on that and I get the prompt right away, and I click here. And here we got with the study mode, we got the budget. We got, okay, so how to create a small business budget, know your numbers, set revenue goals, allocate funds. So we get it in a structure that will probably help us studying. So the way in which the prompt responds to us and the actual text that we get back is structured in a way that makes studying topics easier and it guides us through it. So service-based businesses, for example. Okay. So if I do the same thing without activating the study mode, I will get a different response. So here, we have finished generating the code. I'm sorry, yes, I'm gonna jump back and forth because I want to show you in just 10 minutes tops how many things we can do with this new version, okay? So if I click on run code here on the top right, do you see that we already have the game? And we already can, oh, it's a bit fast, but kind of works, you know? Oh my God. Well, kind of works. Took me what, 30 seconds, 1 minute maybe? But we have a running game, and at the same time, let's do another test, okay? I create another app, and the other app is create me an app to monitor my finances and finances. Make sure that it shows relevant dashboard and includes a feature to help me saving money for my cunning twins, because I'm gonna become the father of 2 baby girls. All right. So, meantime, here we are getting another version of this very same image. We were looking at the monetizing my expertise plan using the thinking mode. And this one is really interesting because it says, hey, here's a clean revenue first plan that monetizes the whole stack, the great hat. And it gives me like really interesting stuff about the positioning, see? The pillars, productized services and retainers. I'm not gonna go into the details of that. Second pillar, education and community, digital products and templates, and it goes really into the details. And if we want to compare with the kind of output that we will get from ChatGPT-4, we're going to run the same identical prompt in the previous version. So if I go here, which I can't even access anymore, you know, for example, I didn't know that I can't roll back now. That's interesting. So what happens to my previous prompts? Like for example, this one. Can I roll back? I can't. So it seems that I'm already on GPT-5 and I cannot roll back. So here's another news. That's interesting, right? And you can see that it's a raw video because I opened that up as soon as I got access to it. I didn't even research it and study it. You're gonna find better videos than that, but we gotta be real that way. Okay, so anyway, it seems to be performing quite well. It's very fast, I have to say. It's really, really fast. And I really do enjoy that I can run code in here and create apps and everything. And I was working on an app earlier on that where it also allowed me to create databases and everything, so to get it ready for launch, you know, because I can share the app, I can download it, you know, I have different options here. I can access the history of the code. Pretty cool. So far, that's what I'm saying. You see that we got the same identical image. What I noticed is that the image generation is really good in keeping track of what the original image was and just restyling that, you see? So we have the same kittens in the same position. We have this car here. There's now a synthwave. We have the skyline that is being replaced by the sunset, you know, typical Miami Vice stuff. Really, really cool. What else do we have? We have the web search, and I'm gonna test that. We have the canvas mode. So for now, what I've seen by this is that it's really fast. it seems that the quality of the responses is really good. And you see, for example, here I asked to, in the study mode, to explain better about service-based businesses, and it says you usually don't have big inventory costs, your main variable costs are linked to your time, contractor's time, cash flow can get bumpy. So what happens is that the responses that we get are structured in a teacher way. So pretty much the ChatGPT is teaching back to us the topic that we want to learn about, yes. So we have examples, for example, sorry for the wordplay, you know, it's very cool. It tells us how to create our budget table. It's really interesting, really interesting. Okay, so what happened to our finance app? See, we already got it. We can already play with that. Let's see if it added the budgeting for the babies. Here it says baby. Twins Arrival Fund. You see, it created a whole area for me to work. That's nice. Also the kid percentage of income. Really, really nice. I can save the goal. I can apply auto monthly allocation and it works. I can add my transactions. Boom. And this was like so fast, you know. Then of course, like you can improve the app. You can keep chatting here and say, hey, I want a different background, or I want this feature doesn't work. Can you help me fixing that? Or I can also ask it, how can I make this app production ready, and add an authentication flow for the users, something like that. Just thinking about it, given that I don't want to waste your time. We go to the cat. We go here. So about monetizing my expertise. So for sure, let's build a landing page to launch the 249 euro call. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this was good. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna close this one. I'm gonna stick to this. Okay, images, we talked about it. Then we can close it. Bang. You see, when it says multiple area app stack, it tells me about the tech stack I should be using, the minimal data model. So it goes into the tech details of everything I need, and probably at the very end, I just have to tell it what do I prefer to use, and then it will generate the entire project for me. So you have no excuse. You can, if you have an idea in your mind, be smart, of course. Craft your prompts wisely. Now I'm using simple prompts, but I'd rather you to use smarter prompts, okay? For example, something like what you're seeing right now is something that will come in my upcoming courses. You can say, help me build a prototype that also sources marketing content to demonstrate our unique approach. Something like that, you know, and that we kind of reshape the app and think about what we can do with this borderline finance app. You know, you see what it says? Let's make a working prototype that also doubles as on brand marketing, so you can show, not tell your method, live demo, but plus lightweight case study, etc., etc., etc. You know, I'm not gonna waste your time here. It gives me an entire plan. It gives me the packaging made for me. You see, the protected app, the demo, public demo mode, and so on and so forth. Let's say if I say build it all, and then it will be the end of our demo. Okay. What about the landing page? Oh my god, this is amazing. Get clean tracking and a clear plan in 60 minutes. Book a 249 strategic call to diagnose your tracking attribution analytics setup. Where's this for? We have ways. Can we book it? I don't think we can. Just like a non-interact. I don't know. The menus work, but certain things don't. Book now. It's assuming that I have Calendly, but probably I have to provide my link. the agenda, frequently asked questions, you know? This is a great landing page. I was like, in what, a few minutes, I got a plan about how to monetize my expertise. Then I built a landing page for a premium call that I can totally give already to people so they can book me. Too bad that I already have a link like that. Okay, so this is what's new in ChatGPT. So primarily, like what I see to be really powerful is the code generation capability. I really am curious to see what my friends at Lovable will do. Actually, they are friends to me, but we don't know each other personally yet. And yeah, it's really fast and efficient. So given that I had to work on a bunch of things with that tomorrow, I can keep you all posted in the next video and let you know how ChatGPT-5 performs on existing threads that were created when we were working with ChatGPT-4. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments, or if you're seeing this video elsewhere, in whichever way, in the chat, in LinkedIn comments, because I'm gonna post it here and there. Thank you.